There's a McDonald's here. It's calling to my inner bad boy. Take my love, take my land, take me where I cannot stand. I don't care, I'm still free. You can't take the sky from me. Oh no, wait, that's the wrong show. Well, let's go, chop chop. Pay attention. Welcome back. I am so glad you could make it. It's good to have you along with me again, even if we're sitting in traffic. As most of you know, I've been posting a video every day for the last 30 days or so. And quite honestly, I've about had enough. Now, it's not that I'm running out of ideas or that I'm getting tired of doing it, but my ideas either involve a long ride, or if I look at my quick list, I look at the topics and I think, no. And I watched a video the other day from Doyle of the Blue Bike and Doyle fame, and he was talking about Sons of Anarchy TV show and whether or not it was good for motorcycling. And I thought, hey, now there's something I've got to jump in on because I have opinions. I'm going to respond in video, and this is the third time I've recorded this, and I'm taking the long way home because my opinions last longer than the ride to work. So let's look at a little bit of history first. You know, since Hollister, bikers have been inundated with bad media, a bad image, and for the most part, we don't mind because most of us really just kind of want to be left alone to do our own thing. And if the general public thinks we're a bunch of weirdos, they tend to stay away from us a little more. That tends to buy us a little room, a little space. Unfortunately, at the same time, you have all this stuff coming out and nobody answers it. There's no response because we tend to be standoffish. You know, motorcycle clubs will certainly not respond to bad publicity because they just think it's nobody's business. You know, what we do isn't your business. It's privacy. Bikers all around tend to like their privacy. So we're not running media campaigns to try and win the hearts and minds of the general public. I mean, the motorcycle companies certainly do because they want to sell product. But for the most part, some of the worst movies, some of the worst media, which sells, I might add, because secretly, a lot of the public is drawn to it. You know, they like the outlaw image as long as it's packaged in a nice, safe form and it doesn't threaten them in any way. Because when it does threaten them, they turn all John Q. public again and will pass laws. Lots and lots of laws. So the media makes money off this stuff, the public eats it up, and bikers get this reputation, which, you know, we'll bask in that glow. It buys us space, it buys us privacy, and it buys us a bit of a persona. So that brings us to Sons of Anarchy. Now, some people really enjoyed the show. For one thing, it had motorcycles in it. People dig that. It had a lot of drama. And it's important to remember that it was a drama. It was a television show. And I would say that it's not based on motorcycling or bikers or clubs or, you know, it may have that flavor to it. But here's my big problem with the boys from Charming. As people, we will do a lot if there's some sort of payoff in it. You know, we'll go through a lot of hardship if there's hope at the end of the tunnel. We'll go through a lot of hardship if there's, you know, great parties. We'll go through a lot of hardship if there's camaraderie and brotherhood involved. But at some point, when there's no good upside to something, and you're going through all this stuff, almost everybody, unless they're a complete dope, will find themselves asking, why am I doing this? And by the time you get into like the second season of Sons of Anarchy, I'm watching this thing and I'm thinking, this is a horrible time. Who would want to be in this club? There's no upside. It's all danger and violence and treachery and drugs and death, prison sex, betrayal, backstabbing. There's nothing in it that says, oh, that looks like fun. And my theory is that if Sons of Anarchy were a real club, they would implode by the second season. They would never last that long. You can't even get a lot of hog chapters to have that kind of dedication. And they ride and they eat. And those are both good things. And you can't get hog people to step up with that level of dedication. So, you know, it's such a fiction. We tend to emulate people that we see on TV, public figures, that kind of thing, that we look up to. Kids threw grease in their hair, did their best to look and sound like Elvis. I get it. All the girls started wearing the Farrah Fawcett hairdo. I get it. You know, media tends to spill over into real life, whether we want it to or not. That's part of the problem. It's not enough to just say, oh, it's a TV show and watch it. Because what happens is you start seeing people that start emulating that. Oh, that's cool. I want to be like that. They don't really think it through that, you know, this is a bunch of criminals and they're heads. You know, their whole agenda is to hurt people. There's no upside to them. The only sympathetic character in that whole series might have been Opie. Didn't end well for Opie. So to watch that series and think, oh, they're cool, or I want to be like them, or that's the in thing. Yeah, you're not looking at it overall. We have people going out buying motorcycles and they don't have any idea of what being a biker is really about. They don't have any idea of the history and the legacy and the community or the respect or what it really looks like. Their only real idea of being a biker is being an outlaw biker and being the kind of outlaw biker that they saw on TV. And there's no reality, there's no basis in reality to that. So essentially what it turns out to is a bunch of people who ride on the weekends, usually in good weather, going out drinking and being assholes. You know, every time I talk about stuff like this, I'm not talking about everybody because you can't lump people in like that. But there's a lot of them. And I think the Sons of Anarchy and the whole persona that it generated has polluted the biker community from top to bottom. Now, the good news is, hopefully, is that those people will fade out. They'll fade away. They'll lose interest. They'll sell their bikes. They'll move on to the next fad that comes on. Hopefully, it's not a motorcycle fad. So, did Sons of Anarchy help motorcycle sales? Yeah, probably. It definitely helped the TV channel. It definitely helped everybody who manufactured merchandise based on the program. You know, it helped some of the people surrounding the show. You know, here's the difference between fandom with the Sons of Anarchy and people being fans of Elvis or Farrah or whatever, the other media things. You know, people who slicked their hair back and wore leather jackets because James Dean did it because it was cool weren't spending tens of thousands of dollars on motorcycles and playing dress up as bikers and going out on the weekend. I mean, come on, man, you're an adult. Don't get drawn into it like that. They're not noble characters. And bikerdom has a lot of nobility interwoven through it. Bikerdom is a love of the machine. It's a love of riding and discovery and exploring and riding. Being a biker is putting on the latest bling and going out and hanging out at the bar and talking smack about your latest accessory. It's about getting on your ride, and getting out alone and exploring and seeing the countryside and finding those people that you connect with. It's finding a real family. Doesn't mean you can't be a bad but it's not about dressing up and being a bully. We've had this discussion before about real bikers. So, Sons of Anarchy. Did it help the bike manufacturers? Yeah, probably. Accessory manufacturers. You know, from a marketing perspective, it was a complete hit. As a drama, I don't know. It wasn't my cup of tea. I thought it was just too over the top. But people liked it, and that's fine. And here's where we really paid the price. You know, people look at Sons of Anarchy, and people who aren't informed really don't care to be informed. They don't care. All they see is a TV show. See us all as criminals. And they see us all as dangerous ne'er-do-wells, rejects, and really a problem for society. And as I said, when it comes to protecting themselves from the criminal, they'll secretly covet the outlaw thing, but they will absolutely pass laws to protect themselves if they think it's going to spill over on them or be an inconvenience to them. And that's how we see 177 people in Waco get arrested just for being there. A lot of media has rubbed off into the real world. So what we see is people, the general public, who votes and who passes laws, and a lot of them enforce the laws, who treat bikers pretty much like they're sub-citizens. like they don't deserve constitutional rights because they're all criminals, right? If you throw your leg over two wheels, it's because you want to be in the Sons of Anarchy. And if for a moment you'll allow me to represent all bikers everywhere, that's not the case. Okay, I'm done representing all bikers everywhere. That was a heavy burden. So that's not the case. So we see constitutional violations that are really driven by this perception that is driven by media. So what do? Do you come back and say, well, no, look, we do toy runs? But they don't believe that's in earnest either. And quite honestly, you're not going to change everybody's mind. I want to ride a motorcycle, not spearhead a public perception campaign. So the only thing I can do is act with honor, treat people as they deserve to be treated, good or bad, but I'm going to lean towards good first. You know, everybody gets the benefit of the doubt until they violate that. And, you know, offer my opinion up on the Sons of Anarchy TV show. And I think I'm actually going to make it and get all that thought out. You know, I think it's fascinating that there's a large part of the population that wants to emulate the Sons of Anarchy. I think that says a lot. I think that's a whole series of discussions right there about the mentality of people. Now that's somewhat mitigated by the number of people who will actually do anything about it. You know, I guess it's just a sin nature. You know, there's a part of us that wants to break out. I get it. I've got a rebellious streak. You know, luckily for me and everybody I know, it's confined. Doesn't mean it's not there. I understand it, but it's not answered by spending, you know, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 on a motorcycle. It's not answered by being one thing during the week and being something else on the weekend. I tell you what, if there's a difference between the way I act on the weekend and the way I act in the week, it's just a matter of scheduling and time. You know, my week is pretty tame because I spend much of it working and I don't have time otherwise. On the other hand, my weekend is pretty tame, unless I'm hanging out with you people. Put your phone down. So that's my thoughts on Sons of Anarchy. I really don't care about the sequel. I think that's just more money-making machine waiting to happen. But I wanted to spend a little more time talking about it and explaining what I was thinking. Once again, I appreciate you being here. I'm so glad you chose to spend your time with me. And once again, thank you, Doyle, for the topic. I'll link to Doyle's video below. Go check it out. And let him know what you think, because he's the one who asked the question first. So he deserves the answers. I just wanted to respond. Thank you again for joining me, and I appreciate you being here, and I will see you next time. Bye.